Hello everyone, my name is Webweaver and welcome back to whatever's on your screen right now. It's the video game, one of them of all time even. You might have seen it before. It's called World of Horror. If you've never seen this game before, I don't know. I don't really know how to explain it. It's a thing. You'll pick it up pretty quickly. Let's see what we got here. We got Strength, Knowledge, Light Source, Second Mystery, Charisma, and Takashi. So everything but Dexterity, which is a little bit of a bummer because Dexterity is one of the things that can happen a little bit more easily. I think what we'll do here is, because I did see that light source. I'm pretty sure I said that out loud on youtube.com/c/Webweaver actual filler. True. And real. So I'm thinking, alright? I'm doing the big think. Yeah, okay. I know what I'm gonna do. I know what I'm gonna do. Light source, virtual reality. I just, like, clicked, like, the completely wrong area, by the way. I clicked the knowledge check when I said that. So, you know, don't worry about it too much. But you know what we are gonna do? We're gonna cut the lights. Who hit the lights? Oh, it's Moriko first try. Never mind. I'll turn the lights back on. Don't we have, like, a light switch right here? Weird nothing happens. True. I would expect the electrical wiring in my house to, you know, work. The Haru ship? Yeah, sure. We'll do the Haru ship outfit. Eel moment? Yo. Eel moment. So tomorrow we bid on a mansion, and there's fucking no way that we win the mansion, but we get all of our money back, so wish us luck. It's like absolutely insane, you know? It's like, because housing is so limited and we missed out on the first houses because we didn't win any of the bids we put originally. Because we put one bid on a beachside mansion, and we put one bid on, like, a hot spring side mansion in Shirogane, and they were pretty low bids. It was, like, 5 and 10, so decent chance. At the time, I thought that if you put multiple bids on one house, that you only got some of the money back if you lost, so I wanted to diversify a little bit, because I was under the false impression that... Yeah, we'll do this. I was under the false impression that if you put, like, a bid on a house and you lost, you got the full money back. But every additional ticket you put on, you, didn't. Like, you... Whatchamacallit, you would, like, get less and less money back, which was kind of stupid on my part, but I got it cleared up. It's not easy to find the answer to these things. You just have to, like, ask somebody who knows TM, and then they tell you, and then you're like, ah, yeah. So... Anyway, you know, I asked about it from an authoritative source, and like, oh yeah, you get all the money back, don't worry about it. So now, we're doing what we should have done originally, which is put all our eggs in one basket. But it's like, what basket do we want to do? It's like, personally, and yes, this is going to be a housing episode, sorry. Personally, I don't really like most of the housing districts. I think a lot of them are kind of dumb. And so I was looking at it and I was thinking, like, where are we gonna live? And a lot of them aren't that cool, you know? Like, a lot of the housing districts, I'm not a big fan. So, when I was looking at them and I'm just thinking, maybe we should just go for, like... And I honestly think I'll probably do this, because... It means that we're gonna have to save up the money and then move in, like, 4 years when they introduce new housing into the game. That's not a... probably not a joke. But, I feel like we should just go for the mansion that is the one that we can afford the most tickets for, and the one with the least amount of bids. And it doesn't matter where it is. Because at the end of the day, the point of having a mansion is that it's a fucking mansion, you know what I mean? But the problem is, like, the ones that are available, and I'm talking purely Coral, right? I don't think anybody's watching this who's got, like, some guild that hasn't put, like, 8 million tickets on the house that they want. and is like, oh yeah, this one YouTuber guy, we're gonna, like, bid on the same house he is. Like, I'm not that paranoid, like, come on. But, so I'm not worried about, like, giving the game plan away here in a public forum. Oh, we have Kyrie perks. I should get the bag, maybe? Maybe. I'll get second sight, that sounds pretty fun. So, like, the ones in the lavender beds, they have, like, 20 bids. So if we're gonna put, like, 2 to 3 bids on there, it's like, okay, cool, right? But the thing is about the lavender beds is that all of the mansions that are available are on that little, like, tree island, where the only thing on the tree island is the mansion. And it's, like, kind of the point of wanting, like, a guild house is for it to be, like, a social hub, right? And so when you have to, like, go out of your way to get there, and you have to walk, like, 10, 15 seconds from the nearest aetheryte, it's like, I don't really like that one. And then there's another one that's a little closer to some other people's houses, but it's still bad, because it's also on its own little tree island. And so it's like, that's great, that's fantastic. And so you're just like, okay, whatever. And then you look at something like Shirogane, where it's like, the mansions are, like, perfectly placed. Like, actually perfectly placed, though, like, for real. And you're like, any of these mansions would be fine, except for the, what is it, like, 46 or whatever? Like, 46 sucks. Because, like, that one, I think I talked about this with, like, the G-posers like it, because it's got the waterfall and the bamboo forest. But it's, like, really far in the back and really out of the way. But the Mansion 7, I actually like a lot, because it's, like, it's got this, like, lane that a bunch of people walk through. You're right next to the beach. Great social area. Great social hub you could have. In the Goblet, I'm actually warming up to the Goblet. Now, the Goblet is the least popular housing district in the game, and how I can demonstrate this... Well, I'm not gonna, like, boot up the game and, like, take pictures, but, like, I wrote this down yesterday. So you're just gonna have to take my word for it, unless you have a Crystal character, and you can go check for yourself. But that would be a lot of effort and work just to, like, fact-check some random housing district in a random server. So, like, you can probably just take my word for it. It's completely fine. And out of all the things to lie about, too, like, what the fuck? Like, I don't know, I'm thinking about lying recently because I rewatched the Roblox.oof, the Tommy Tallarico video. Like, that shit's fucking crazy. How, like, pathological of a liar that fucking guy is. But, what was I gonna say? I guess that's just why I got, like, lying on the brain, because I just rewatched that, last night. But, yeah, no, like... And, I mean, here's the thing. They probably have more bids now, because this was yesterday. Earlier yesterday. So, they're not gonna have less bids than this, but they are probably gonna have more when I log on later tonight and check. But, like, Lavender Beds, you know, both those mansions got, like, 20 bids or so. Shirogane has got, like, 40-plus bids on most of the mansion plots. 30-plus, 40-plus bids. 60, I think, is it 2960? I'd have to look at my notes. But it's either 30 or 60, because those are the mansions next to the hot springs. That one's got, like, 50-plus bids. Like, that one is going hard, right? Feel free to screenshot. So, with that, you're looking in, and it's like, yeah, that's pretty... That's pretty rough, right? But you look at the Goblet, and at the time, it was, like, 15 bids, 10 bids, and there's, like, 4 Goblet mansions open up right now. And it's like, I might just go with the fucking Goblet mansion. I don't know, because on one hand, it's like, would I be happy living in the Goblet? No. No, I wouldn't. And for some reason, I also feel like it would be, like, a detriment to my guild. Because people just hate the Goblet for some reason. I don't know why. But they do. It's true. There's nothing I could, like, do here, by the way. But Ritual Mask protected us, so that's pretty cool. Could we dodge? Yeah, we just do a little dodge and then guarantee kill him next turn. Actually, it's not a guarantee. We're taking unnecessary risks. Oh my god, let's go. It's real. It's real. 2 95% chances for the slam dunk. Oh my god. Beautiful. Was that our second enemy? I have no idea. I'll say Kanoko Gatherer if we get there. And it's a second enemy. I don't even remember. It's completely fine. But, so, like, I basically have... And the thing is, like, I don't really have FC leadership to help me make this decision. It's just me. Josephine, she's a part of the guild. And she's a co-founder. But she doesn't really play outside of streaming the patches, you know? So, there's not really... You know, I don't really have anybody who, like, is guild leadership who helps me manage the guild. So, this is a tough decision that I have to make, and I have to make it on my own. And you know, it is what it is. I do wish I could, like, consult one person about it, though. Just the one. But, you know, it is what it is. I'll probably... Because, like, okay, so the two things that I could do, right? Is we could put a couple bids on the one that we actually want, and then we won't win it because it's 40 plus bids. And if we fail, we get all the money back. Or I could put 2+ bids on a goblet mansion that nobody gives a shit about. It's the pity mansion. And then we could live there until a new housing district comes out. And then I've saved up the money to put, like, 8 million bids. Because I'm going hard on 6.4, alright? If you're on Crystal, and you're buying 6.4 raid gear, you're buying it from me. Okay? This is non-negotiable. You're either buying it from me, or you're buying it from a friend of mine. Okay? We're going hard on 6.4, alright? We're gonna be rolling in the money. You know that scene from Breaking Bad? Where I can't believe I forgot his name, because he's in Better Call Saul, and I heard him recently. He's like the guy who's like he planted the battery on in Chicanery. Huel? I'm drawing up so many blanks here. I'm just trying to think. It's Huel, right? No, hold on. Breaking Bad Huel. Yeah, Huel Babino. Yeah. Okay. Chicanery. He is in Chicanery. I love how the Breaking Bad wiki has background art from Better Call Saul. Yeah, it's Huel and then Patrick, right? Yeah. So, I gotta know. But it's that meme, right? Where it's like, Breaking Bad money pile. Yeah. Okay, it's this one. Where it's like, Huel and Patrick lying down on the massive pile of money. That's gonna be us, okay? Okay, I'm going hard in 6.4, okay? There will be screenshots, and we are going to be making all of the gil that exists on Crystal, okay? But with that being said, we're planning the illusion of free choice, okay? It'll be devious, it'll be dastardly. It'll be great. And I mean, here's the thing, it's not like we're gonna give you, like, a bad price. But we've done the fucking day one patch economy rant. We just want the business. But, anyways, moving on. Do I want to do Fear Festival? Yeah, Fear Festival's the best thing to do, because in case we get roads closed. But, like, yeah, so basically, going back to the options, right? I can either, you know, bid on something that I would actually like, and if we lose, who cares? We get all our money back. If we bid on something that we don't like, but we actually have a chance of getting, and we lose, who cares? We get all our money back, right? If we bid on something that we don't like, and we end up getting it, we get set back you know, 45 million gil, whatever, 47 million gil, doesn't matter. We get set back 50 million gil. So we lose that money, and now we have a mansion that I personally don't like. Other people could like it, but I personally don't like it. And so then I've got like 4 or 5 years for to wait until the next housing district comes out, and then we can move into that if it's not dog shit. Imperium, I'm sorry, listen. There's like 2 or 3 Imperium houses that I like, alright? There's like 2 or 3 of them. And they're all close to they're all close to the bathhouse, the hot spring, whatever. The Imperium housing district is so weird because, like, it's literally just the firmament. It's literally just the firmament. But it doesn't have the utility of the firmament, if that makes sense. It's like, the whole point was that you were building the housing district up in the firmament, but you don't get to live there. You get to live in an instance duplicate of it, and you don't get diadem access, you don't get Kupo of Fortune access, you don't get the trade-in access, you don't get any of the merchants. Like, they could have done something really cool, and like every they could have done something cool there, where it's like you have firmament access from the housing districts. But why would you do that? That would require effort and be cool. I'm sorry, that's so mean. That's so mean. The amount of, like, listen, player housing is fucked in games, alright? The ancient 2010 servers can't handle it. So they give us what they can when they can, and we can be upset about how housing works, but saying they don't put effort into it is probably very, very wrong and very mean. We're gonna do this, and then we're gonna lose the game. This is how you throw, by the way, but that's okay. This is how we win. This is actually how we win. Trust me, trust me. We can also technically rest if we want to, but we won't get the good ending. Look who it is. So, we've gotten incredibly lucky this run, by the way. Made a lot of checks that we had no right to get. I mean, I don't know what you want me to do here other than dodge gaming. We are actually dodging. She's dodging? Aw, shit. Oh! Oh my god! She's untouchable. She ain't Falco. Holy shit. Did you, we dodged twice in a row to not take 2 to all. Absolutely fantastic. Okay, no cool item, so no dexterity. Well, there was no dexterity check to begin with. No strength for us. So strength is never happening. But is charisma happening? No. It is not. So we're just gonna... Actually, we put 1 point to charisma now. Next level up, we can get it. Yeah, sure. Okay. Because it was charisma, right? It was charisma, right? I'm not crazy. It was everything but dexterity. Yeah. And it's guaranteed. So this is a somewhat good idea, but our combat is, like, worse, I guess. Wordless Wards, Sailors. Yeah, I mean... Our combat's kind of bad, so we'll do Wordless Ward now, and then just, like, use our, relatively speaking, low doom to kind of get out of here pretty quick. Pretty quick. I got beat up? They're beating my ass in the hospital? Holy shit. But, yeah, so... I guess just waiting for, like, a new... Oh, I'm dumb. Why did I do that? I don't know why I did that. And this is kind of bad, because it puts us into the fuck roulette of, like, do we get owned? We do not get owned. We did it, we rolled it big. We did not get F, as it were, in the F roulette. Okay, we're just gonna move on from that. I mean, that's all this game is, basically, is just spinning, rolling the dice and seeing if you get owned or not. But, what was I saying? Oh, yeah, housing. So, if we get a house that I don't like, there are two things, right? If other people like the house, and we have a lot of, like, success and good memories in the house, and people really like it, then we can stay there till the end of time, right? I don't care. If the house is, like, kind of mid, you know, not gonna lie, NGL, then perhaps we would want to save up 8 million gil, and then 800 million gil, actually, and then just when the new mansions come out, like 8 years from now, 4 years from now, we can just, like, you know, what was I gonna say? We can just move. We can try to move. But I guess the thing is, I'll probably want to bid on, like... I think now that I say it out loud, I want to bid on the house, like the mansion that has the least amount of bids. Because there is a gameplay element to mansions, because Square Enix hates you. And so, how's our accuracy? That's actually not that bad. But also, like, 4 stamina is kind of a lot. But, like, also, yeah, why not? We can try it. We can try it. We can definitely, like, try to hit it big. And their weakness? That's awesome. 4 stamina is a huge price to pay. If we had a difficult mystery at the end, like, I don't know, like an Akamanto or... you know, maybe Abnormal Arms boss fight, we would just run away, 100%. But because it's sailors and we have a medical kit we can discard, it's not a big deal, you know? We can kind of just make it happen and just kind of, like, relax. But I think we should just get, like, any mansion that we can. And then, so, like, choose the one with the lowest bids on it. So, like, some goblet bozo. And what we can end up doing with that is... because, like, the thing is that's so messed up about housing is that once somebody has a house, like, that's a physical house that no one else will ever have. And you can have, if you're a scumbag dickhead, you can have multiple houses via cheating the system. And so, what people do... like, there was this one thing in the new data center, right? Was it on Seraph? Where, like, one person, like, one single person owns the entire fucking housing ward. Like, just a single housing ward all to themselves. Like, that must be fucking miserable, right? Like, that must be fucking horrible. It's like, oh, yeah, you know. Let me just, oh, jeez. Just dodge? Just dodge? No, that'd be horrible. Guaranteed take 3, but we kill the enemy? Sure. We can just simply rest afterwards, you know? But, like, so for every person that has it, that's, like, a house that somebody else can't have. And so, and once you have a house, you just have to enter it once every, like, what, 30 days? Like, you just have to enter the house once every 30 days, and that's it. And then you get to keep it forever. And so it just gets to this really stupid point where there are so many houses owned by, like, cafes, nightclubs, just rich people who want as many houses as they possibly can have. And it's like, it's just so bad for the community. And so this recent opportunity, that's still technically going on right now, was one of the only times that you could actually get a house in the game, because they opened up a bunch of new wards that nobody had a chance to own yet. And so the fact that you come in and, like, there was an actual chance to get a house, but now there's not, because there's, like, the only houses that are available now are the houses that people left to move in to new houses that are more desirable, right? So it's like, those goblet mansions that I'm talking about right now, those goblet mansions were demolished because the FCs and the people that lived there, the personals or the FCs that lived there, decided to move because they didn't like the goblet, and so they moved into, you know, the cool places, like Shirogane and the Imperium. So, it's just kind of like some dumb shit, where it's like, how do I put it? It's just not nice, you know? Because it's like, it's actually easier for, well, I mean, it's technically easier, but I guess it's, well, first of all, okay, just don't mind me. It's easier for free companies to get houses because you can bid multiple times, and it's easy, but it's easier as well because, but it's also easy if you're relocating because you don't have to pay a certain fee for housing construction. But that one's not so bad, honestly. That's pretty mild. I haven't done Timeline B there in a while, so I was a little bit hesitant to, like, spam click through it, but I knew what I was doing up TM. So it's like, we're gonna be in a position, potentially, if we're lucky, we're going to be in a less than ideal situation. And that's the thing that's bad about it. Because right now, we're in a small, which is terrible, okay? Being in a small is horrible. For a guild, like, if you could be in a mansion, that would be huge. Like, if you're a guild and you have a mansion, that's literally huge. That's so much. And so, the idea of, well, how do I put it? The idea of having a mansion is so important, but then also, like, it's a bad mansion, potentially, that I don't like, and we still have super low odds to get that mansion, because it's like, oh boy, 17 bids were 2 of them. Wow. Crazy. It's like, you know, having a mansion would be amazing, but, oh boy. Oh boy. I'm just thinking, like, oh, jeez. So, after this episode, I've completely talked myself into it. We are going with the one with the lowest bids, and we're just gonna pick a god and pray. And if we get it, then, you know, that's great. But also, like, that's great if I get it, yeah, absolutely. But, I don't know. Like, it's such a weird thing. Okay, so we're taking -3. We're good. We're good. Yeah, okay, we're fine. We're only taking -3. But, like, it's just so... It's just such a shitty situation, because if you make it, you're still, like... Very few people have, like, the ideal house that they actually want. Because your ideal house, there's only, like, fucking 30 versions of it, and some of those wards are in a ward that you can't bid in for what you want it for. So it's like, you know, it is what it is. This is bad, though. It's a really bad system. It's a horrible system, actually. An atrocious one. It's terrible. I obviously want to get a mansion so that my guild can be one of the ones that make it TM, but, like, come on. Like, the idea that in a player versus entity game where that is, like, you know, there's not really, like, a fucking fail state, you know, the fact that cut arm sinew, really? The first injury we got all game and it doesn't matter because, you know, he takes bonus? Anyways, I'll cut myself off here. It's just horrible. Because it's like, even if we get a mansion, it's like, oh, the mansion that we get is not going to be the one that I am personally happy with. But maybe that's fine. Maybe that's completely fine. Maybe the goblet is, like, underrated and people actually like the goblet. And people will be like, yo, goblet pug. But I don't know, I just see that shit and it's like, goblet 10, 15 bids, fucking lavender beds 20, 30, Shirogane and Imperium, like, 50 plus, and there's, like, no available mist mansions except for one of them, which has, like, 50 bids. It's like, it's pretty obvious what the community views as, like, valuable housing and not valuable housing. So it's like, I don't know. It's weird. It's so weird. But, like, getting a mansion would be huge. So maybe I should just get any mansion. Because they're all identical on the inside. It's all the same layout. Not like there's a Goblet unique version of the mansion, which is, like, fucking horrible for some reason. But anyways, stay safe out there. Have a good one. Wish me luck. Bidding results are on the 29th. Stay safe out there. Have a good one. Bye.